Hi, my name is Masaki Kumamoto. I am a sales engineer at UiPath, and today I will be showing you a document understanding evaluation template I created. What is document understanding evaluation template? This template project facilitates the efficient development of workflows that output information about extraction accuracy of document understanding in a beautiful Excel format automatically. There are several use cases with this template. Determine the DU extraction accuracy for given documents. Comparing multiple OCR engines, optimizing the DU development process, improving the DU extraction accuracy based on the benchmarks, internal DU demonstration, and get feedback and buy-in from stakeholders. There are three main features with this template. Minimum effort development. Because you only need to edit 3 files to complete the development, you can focus on main part of a DU framework such as taxonomy, classification, and extraction logic definition. You do not even need to add any additional activities, variables, and arguments. Faster validation flow. The lead time can be shortened because extraction by robots and validation by human can be processed in parallel for multiple documents, and the validation actions will be uploaded in bulk. Multiple OCRs evaluation. By enabling specific OCRs in the Config.xlsx file, you can apply multiple OCRs and create evaluation reports for each OCR simultaneously. This template generates two kinds of Excel file reports. The main reporting files are the DU evaluation Excel files. These files contain the percentage of correct extraction for all target documents and the detailed extraction result. Those files will be generated for number of OCRs defined in Config.xlsx file. The template also generates the ActionList.xlsx file. The file contains information of generated document validation actions and the values. This file will be used by robots to get the validation results from document validation actions. In this chapter, we will show you how to use this template by following a tutorial. The steps to create a project with this template can be divided into 4 main sections. The first section is the preparation step. In this section, we will download the NuGet package and create a process project based on the template from Studio. First, download the NuGet package file from the GitHub page. Place the file in a UiPath template folder. Select the template in the Studio's Template tab. Follow the instruction in the wizard to create a process project. If a dependency error occurs, please set the package source properly in the package manager. The next section is the development steps. In this section, we will place the target documents and edit the configuration Excel file, taxonomy, and a workflow file. First, place target documents in the input folder. In this tutorial, we are going to use invoice documents and tax documents. If you want to use form extractor or intelligent form extractor, place templates documents in templates document folder. In this tutorial, we are going to place a tax document templates PDF in the folder. With this template, there are only 3 components to edit. Let's edit the config.xlsx file first. As a quick start, you can just modify only those values: DU API key, AC assign user email. Get a DU API key from Automation Cloud. Enter your Automation Cloud account email in this field. Make sure the Studio is connected to the Orchestrator folder, which is pointed in OC folder path. Also, create an action catalog, which name is the same as AC catalog value. You also need to create a storage bucket, which name is the same as SP bucket name value. You can enable specific OCR solutions for the evaluation. UiPath Documents OCR will be always enabled without any configuration. In this tutorial, we are going to enable Tesseract OCR. The config.xlsx files are all set up. Let's start working on making taxonomy. Launch Taxonomy Manager. This template contains taxonomies corresponding to the extracted fields of UiPath out-of-box ML models by default. For this tutorial, we are going to create a tax documents taxonomy. After defining fields for a taxonomy, save it. Next is the last step. Edit NuGet extraction results YAML file. If you need a document classification step in your workflow, right-click Classification Extraction Sequence and enable the sequence. If you do not need a document classification, use extraction only sequence instead and set a taxonomy document type ID in DU document type ID in Config.xlsx file. In this tutorial, we are going to enable classification extraction sequence. Classifier extraction activities are already set by default. Delete the activities you won't use. In this tutorial, we are going to use intelligent form extractor for tax documents and machine learning extractor for invoices. That's it, development steps are completed. The next section is the execution steps. The robot will create the report files and the validation actions. After the human validation, the robot will enter the verified values into the report files. Before running a workflow, make sure to pause the OneDrive syncing. Also make sure any Excel application processes are not running. Run extraction document data XAML. Once actions are created, start validating documents in Action Center. Even if your robot is still processing other documents, you can still work on validating documents in Action Center. Once the workflow is completed, you can find some report files in Output folder. We got 2 evaluation report files because we enabled Tesseract OCR in the Config.xlsx file. At this point, validated values are not entered in the report files. You can get those values in the next step. This is the ActionList.xlsx file. And this is the DU evaluation report file for UiPath document OCR. As you can see, even though the document has multiple pages, all the pages are embedded in the report. And this is the DU evaluation report file for Tesseract OCR. Let's get the validated values from Action Center and enter them in the reports. To do that, run copy actual values to reports demo file. At the beginning of the workflow, the robot will display a folder selection dialog. Select the report folder inside of Output folder. Once the workflow is completed, all the reports will be filled with the validated values. As you can see in the report Excel files, validated values are now entered. Since the validated values are now entered, you can also see the accuracy of the extraction. Let me introduce some tips to present the reports to stakeholders. When you present evaluation reports, new window function is useful. You can show summary and detail sheets at the same time by using it. Finally, the last section is the improvement step. After you add additional development to the workflow, you can measure the extraction accuracy without validating the document again by following these steps. It looks like employee number fields are never extracted from tax documents. Maybe there's something wrong with the intelligent form extractor. Let's investigate. Bingo! We forgot to indicate the employee number field in Template Manager. Let's fix the field. Okay, let's create a new report with the updated workflow. This time you can skip 2 steps. You can leverage the validated values in ActionList.xlsx file, which was generated previously. This will help you to avoid validating documents multiple times to improve the workflow. Firstly, We are going to make a copy of ActionList.xl file in a project root folder. Next, we are going to edit the Config.xl file. Set AL use existing ActionList.xl true. Set AL existing ActionList.xl path to the Excel file. We do not need a validation step with Action Center this time. Let's disable it, setting AC document validation action use false. Run the extraction document data XAML file. The workflow is completed. Let's see the output reports. As you can see, validated values from previous process are entered in actual columns, and also its correct columns are showing the accuracy of the extraction. By skipping the validation steps, you can focus on improving the accuracy by editing the workflow. It looks like previous verification for employee number was wrong. Don't worry, you can just override the actual value. This is the end of the tutorial. Thank you for watching.